Welcome back, students. Today again a new lesson on the same topic, joining of sentences for the students of West Bengal Board and the ICSE Board. In this lesson we will learn how two or more simple sentences can be combined into a complex sentence by using adverb clauses in English. Okay, now go to the next page. In the next page you will see the instructions, the language of instructions for joining of sentences in the questions paper of West Bengal Board and the ICSE Board. They are the same in content, but different in language. The given sentences are to be joined either into a simple sentence or into a complex sentence without using and, but, or so. Compound sentences are not allowed here, If you need, go back to part 1 of this lesson series and see the video. You will get full explanation there. Now come to the point. Two or more simple sentences can be combined into a complete sentence, into a single sentence or a complex sentence by using adverb clauses in English. Naturally, there is a question, what is an adverb clause? You know that an adverb clause is the clause that works like an adverb in a sentence. An adverb indicates time, place, manner, cause, effect, condition, concession, comparison, and purpose. You have learned all this in part 7 of this lesson series. Every point is supported with an example there. If you want, if it is necessary for you, go to part 7 for a while and revise your adverb clause one more time. Okay. Now we'll see how two or more simple sentences can be combined into a complex sentence by using adverb clauses in English. Take a few examples for the illustrations of the matter. See the first example. He will not be able to pay off his debts. He is poor. So he is poor. This is the reason. This is the reason and this is the effect. So we'll do this way. He will not be able to pay off his debts because or as he is poor. Okay, this is the reason. He will not be able to pay off his debts because or as he is poor. Okay, and another example. This is a very easy point. See the example. I am his neighbor. He did not help me. I am his neighbor. He did not help me. So it is a concession. So see this. Though I am his neighbor, comma, he did not help me. Though I am his neighbor, this is an adverb clause of concession. He did not help me. This is a very easy point, made easier in part 7, where the concept of clauses in English has been extensively discussed with adequate examples. Okay, so go to the practice. Practice 1. Okay, in the practice sheet you know what to do. Copy the questions in your exercise books and pause the video. Do the works yourself and check your answer with my answer and discussions. Okay, now practice 1. See the questions. I cannot compete with you. You are stronger. I cannot compete with you. You are stronger. Number 2. It is simple. Even a child can understand it. It is simple. Even a child can understand it. And number 3, it is very simple, even a child can understand it. The two questions, question number 2 and question number 3, are almost the same. Here it is, the first sentence is, it is simple. Here first sentence is, it is very simple. Okay, now pause the video and do your work. Now see your answer. I cannot compete with you. Why? This is the cause. Because you are stronger. I cannot compete with you because, or as you may use, because or as you are stronger. I cannot compete with you because you are stronger. Okay, next sentence. It is simple, even a child can understand it. See, how do you understand that it is simple? Because even a child can understand it. The cause, it is simple as, even as, or because even a child can understand it. It is simple as even a child can understand it. It is simple because even a child can understand it. Okay, now see this. It is very simple, even a child can understand it. Very will be turned into so. See the answer. It is so simple that even a child can understand it. That even a child can understand it is an adverb clause of effect. It is so simple that even a child can understand it. So if you get this type of sentence, it is very simple, very easy, then use so. Okay, then use so. And if you don't get very in the sentence, like the sentence in first sentence in question number 2, then use this way. It is simple because or as even a child can understand it. Okay, practice it 2. Now see, copy them in your exercise book and do the works. He may come, please request him to wait for me. He may come, please request him to wait for me. Number 2, question number 2. I left the meeting. There was an awful noise, AWFUL, awful noise there. And number 3, you may be rich, I am not afraid of you. You may be rich, I am not afraid of you. Okay. Now see, you may be rich, but I am not afraid of you. Now see your answer. He may come, please request him to wait for me. So this is the answer. Please request him to wait for me if he comes. If he comes, this is a conditional clause, so it is an adverb clause. Now go to the second question. I left the meeting. There was an awful noise there. So one question, when and why. See, I left the meeting. When there was an awful noise there. Why? Because or as there was an awful noise there. Because there was an awful noise there, as there was an awful noise there, when there was an awful noise there. You may write this way. Okay. Now question number 3. You may be rich, I am not afraid of you. So you may be rich, I am not afraid of you. So you may write this way. Though you are rich, I am not afraid of you. Though you are rich, adverb clause. Adverb clause, and this is the principal clause, you know. So this is your answer to the question sheet, practice sheet number 2. Now go to the next sheet, practice sheet 3. Now do the same. Copy these questions in your exercise book and do the works, and later check your answers with my answers. Now see the question. He stared at me long. He seemed never to have seen me before. He seemed never to have seen me before. Number 2. He learnt the truth. He learnt the truth. He was then angry with himself. He was then angry with himself. Number 3. I may grant you your prayer. I may grant you your prayer. You shall have to ask for it. You shall have to ask for it. These are the 3 questions. Now do the works. Now see your answer. Okay. See the first question. He stared at me long. Okay, right? He stared at me long. As if manner. In which manner? As if he had never seen me before. As if, this is the manner, as if he had never seen me before. This is an adverb clause. Adverb clause. He stared at me long. How? How means manner, as if he had never seen me before. Okay. Now next question. What is this? He learnt the truth. He was then means when. So start with this, the first sentence. He was then angry with himself. So he was angry with himself when he learned the truth. This is the time. When he learned the truth, this is the time. Expressing time, so it is an adverb clause. Okay. Now come to the next question. I may grant you your prayer. You shall have to ask for it. Shall, that means must. Okay, so I may, answer would be I may grant you your prayer if you ask for it. If you ask for it. This is the condition. This is the condition. So it is an adverb clause expressing condition. Okay. These are the answers to your questions of sheet number 3. Now go to the next sheet. See the question. First question is, you are strong. He is equally strong. 2 sentences are there. You are strong. He is equally strong. Second question is, he learnt English very rapidly. He learnt English very rapidly. He astonished his teachers by this. He astonished his teachers by this. Number 3. I may perhaps be allowed to speak. I may perhaps be allowed to speak. I can then explain everything. So copy them in your exercise books and do the works. Now check your answer with my answer. Answer to the first question, you are strong, he is equally strong. That means he is as strong as you. You means you are. This is a comparison, so it is an adverb clause. Adverb clause. He is as strong as you are. As you. We generally write as you, but that is as you means as you are. This is a clause. Okay. Now question number 2. He learnt English very rapidly. So you know it very well. Very, when you get very, it will turn into so, right? He learnt English so rapidly that he learnt English so rapidly that he astonished his teachers. By this, you need not write by this. He learnt English so rapidly that he astonished his teachers. Okay, so this is the effect. So it is an adverb clause. Effect and adverb clause. So rapidly, and this is the effect. So it is an adverb clause. Now see the question, third question. The answer is, I may perhaps be allowed to speak. I can then explain everything. See the answer. I can explain everything if I am allowed to speak. I can explain everything if I am allowed to speak. This is the condition. So it is an adverb clause. Okay, students, you got your answers. I check your answer with my answers. Okay, now go to the next sheet. Practice sheet 5. Okay, now see the questions. The school bell rang. You know, copy this in your exercise book and do the works. Then check your answer with my answer. Don't forget this. Now first question, the school bell rang. All the pupils immediately went to their places. All the pupils immediately went to their places. Question number 2. He possessed enormous wealth. Enormous, E-N-O-R-M-O-U-S. He possessed enormous wealth. He never enjoyed peace of mind. He never enjoyed peace of mind. He never enjoyed freedom of care. He never enjoyed freedom of care. And number 3, the man gets more wealth. He then wants more. The man gets more wealth. He then wants more. These are the 3 questions. Now you do the works and check your answer with my answer. Okay. Now see. The school bell rang. All the pupils immediately went to their places. So this is the time. Answer is, all the pupils went to their places when the school bell rang. This is indicating the time, so it is an adverb clause. It is an adverb clause. Okay. Now number 2. He possessed enormous wealth. He never enjoyed peace of mind. He never enjoyed freedom of care. Okay. Now see the answer. This is the condition. It's a concession. Though he possessed enormous wealth. He never enjoyed peace of mind and freedom from care. So though he possessed enormous wealth, this is concession and adverb clause. Okay. Now number 3. The man gets more wealth. He then wants more. See the answer. The more wealth the man gets, the more he wants. The more wealth the man gets, the more he wants. The more wealth a man gets, the more he wants. Adverb clause. Now practice set 6. See the questions and copy them in your exercise books. He was not yet 17 years old. He was not yet 17 years old. He could not at that stage take possession of his wealth. He could not at that stage take possession of his wealth. Number 2. He may give me leave. He may not give me leave. He may give me leave. He may not give me leave. I shall go to my parents in either case. I shall go to my parents in either case. And number 3. He gave up trying. He gave up trying. He could never give satisfaction. He could never give satisfaction. These are the questions. Now pause the video and do the works. Now check your answer. See. He was not yet 17 years old. He could not at that stage take possession of his wealth. Right? Cause as he was not 17 years old. As he was not yet 17 years old, he could not take possession. He could not take possession of his wealth. As he was not yet 17 years old, he could not take possession of his wealth. So this is this one is the adverb clause expressing cause. Okay. Now number 2. He may give me leave. He may not give me leave. I shall go back to my parents in either case. So start, I shall go back to my parents. I shall go back to my parents. I shall go back to my parents, whether he gives me leave or not. Whether he gives me leave or not. Okay, whether he gives me leave or not is an adverb clause. Okay, the condition. Next one, this one. He gave up trying. He could never give satisfaction. Right? He gave up trying. Why? As he could never give satisfaction. He gave up trying as he could never give satisfaction. This is the cause. So this is an adverb clause. Adverb clause. Okay. So these are the answers to the questions of sheet number 6. Okay, sheet number 6. Now go to the next sheet and see the questions. Number 1, the sun set. We then went home. The sun set, we then went home. Number 2, Babla ran very quickly. Babla ran very quickly. He soon overtook Dulal. He soon overtook Dulal. Number 3, the monsoon must break this month. The monsoon must break this month. Otherwise, there will be a famine. Otherwise, there will be a famine. Okay. Now copy these questions in your exercise book and do the works and check your answers with my answers. Okay. Now see your answer. The sun set, we then went home. So when the sun set, we went home. Okay, you may write this way. We went home when the sun set. See the question. If you write the conditional clause, adverb clause, this time at the beginning, so you must use one comma. But when you write the adverb clause at the end, no comma is necessary. See this place, no comma is necessary. When you write the adverb clause at the beginning, put a comma after the adverb clause. But when you write the adverb clause at the end, no need of using any comma at this place. No need of using any comma at this place. Okay. Now, question number 2. Babla ran very quickly. You know, very means it will turn into so. So, right. Babla ran so quickly. Babla ran so quickly that he soon overtake Dulal. Babla ran so quickly that he soon overtook Dulal. This one is the effect. So it is an adverb clause. Okay. Now number 3. The monsoon must break this month, otherwise there will be a famine. This is the condition. So there will be a famine. There will be a famine. Unless means if not, unless the monsoon breaks this month. Unless the monsoon breaks this month. This is a conditional clause, so it is an adverb clause. Okay, these are the answers to the question of sheet number 7. Okay, now go to the next sheet. Now see the questions. He was sick, he remained at home. He was sick, he remained at home. Number 2, I reached the station. The train had left before. I reached the station. The train had left before. Number 3, the members arrived. The members arrived. The meeting was started. The meeting was started. Now pause the video and do the works. Now see your answer. He was sick. He remained at home. As he was sick, you may write, this is the cause. As he was sick, comma, he remained at home. This is, cause and adverb clause, expressing cause, adverb clause. Number 2, I reached the station. The train had left before. Okay, so past perfect tense, just simply arrange them and you will get your answer. The train had left before I reached the station. Before I reached the station. The train had left before I reached the station. So before I reached the station, time, so it is an adverb clause. Adverb clause. Okay. And number 3, the members arrived. The meeting was started. So this is the time. The meeting was started. When the members arrived. The meeting was started when the members arrived. Time. So this is an adverb clause. Okay. So these are the answers to your questions in sheet number 8. Now go to the next sheet. This is the last sheet. Okay, see the question. The ship was tossed up and down. The ship was tossed up and down. Still it did not sink. Still it did not sink. Number 2, he labored, L-A-B-O-U-R-E-D. He labored hard. He wished to prosper. He labored hard. He wished to prosper. Number 3 and the last one, John is industrious. John is industrious. Sam is equally industrious. Sam is equally industrious. Students, copy the questions in your exercise book and do the works with all your patience and interest. It's too long a lesson, I know. And check your answers with my answer. Okay. Now see your answer. The ship was tossed up and down. Still it did not sink. Right? Though the ship was tossed up and down, it did not sink. Concession. So this is an adverb clause. Though he is poured like this, adverb clause. Concessional adverb clause. Okay. Now number 2. He labored hard because he wished to prosper. This is cause. So you may write this way, as he wished to prosper, comma, he labored hard. Again I repeat, I want to tell you. So if you write the adverb clause at the beginning, use this comma at the end, and if you write, you may write also the adverb clause at the end, so there will be no comma. So you may write this way, he labored hard as he wished to prosper. This way, he labored hard as he wished to prosper. Okay, anyway you can write. These are the two ways. Now number 3, the last question. You are tired, I think. Last question. John is industrious, Sam is equally industrious. When you get this type of equally, write this way, Sam is as industrious as Ram. Ram means Ram is. Sam is as industrious as Ram. Okay, so as industrious as Ram, this is comparison, so adverb clause. Okay, adverb clause, this comparison. So okay students, this is the end of today's lesson. I'll soon give you a new lesson, the summary of all the parts, joining of sentences in one shot. You will get all the points at one place in this lesson. So it will be easier for you to revise your learning, to revise your concept. Okay, so share this video, this information with your friends and classmates. Stay attached, stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. Thank you students for your patience and participations. See you soon.